First of all, I am not the right person who is supposed to shoot or post this kind of content or video, and there are good reasons for that. But from what I have been observing, I believe this video could inspire other individuals not to take their situation to be worse, but to be of some advantage which will enable them to prosper financially. Now, this video was inspired from what I have read before. The first individual who I came across was Warren Buffett. And now, since I have been reading The Millionaire Next Door, I have observed that most individuals, most wealth individuals, they tend to also exhibit this kind of behavior. And what is the behavior am I talking about? The behavior is living inheritance to your kids. The first individual, as I said, who I came across, who was reluctant to leave a lot of money to his kids was Warren Buffett. And some of the reasons which he gave out were that by the fact that you happen to be born in a wealthy family should not be an insurance, should not be a guarantee that you are also supposed to be wealthy. Warren Buffett wanted to mold his kids in a manner that they would be able to create their own wealth. They should not rely on his wealth. If you really read the biography of Warren Buffett, you would understand that Warren Buffett strictly controlled the money which went to the kids, even his own wife. He was not that individual who gave money freely. And this money can be in the form of gifts, and this money can be in the form of maybe buying a house on behalf of the kids. Warren Buffett was not among that individual. I can give a good story which I can recall from his biography. His son wanted to do farming, but he was not in a position to raise that money. As most individuals can think that, or they may think of doing, is to go ahead and buy that land on behalf of their kids. But that is not what Warren Buffett did. He went ahead, acquired the land, and gave the land in form of a loan. I believe I have recalled exactly how it happened. And also one of the kids of Warren Buffett had tough economic times. So the mother of the kid, or the wife of Warren Buffett, expected that Warren Buffett should go ahead and support the kid. But the kid was not supported by Warren Buffett. Even when the kid tried to acquire a loan from Warren Buffett suggested that the kid should go ahead and take a loan from a bank. So to most individuals, they may think that Warren Buffett is a brutal parent. But stick around, because that is the same case which I have observed. If you really want to create individuals who are independent, who even can be good custodians of your wealth when you are gone, you should be brutal. You should not be soft to your kids. There are some individuals who from the outside and even the kids can see you as a cruel person. But I strongly believe that I am one of those individuals who has embraced this kind of a behavior. Now, how should this inspire individuals who are coming from, nowadays we say, the humble background? To be honest, it's poor background. That name might be cruel, but let's use humble background. If you are from a humble background, this should inspire you in that if you are coming from zero, you have a great benefit. You have nothing to lose. You can be in a position to build a massive wealth, to build your own financial freedom, which you aspire to. You should not feel that you can't because you don't have the backing of a rich family, of a rich background. The fact is, if you come from a rich background and you are supported, then you are likely going to be a loser. The, the likelihood of you becoming a loser by just becoming from a wealthy background are so high. And why is it so? You don't have the drive, you don't have the aspirations of going for the sun, of going for the moon. That's why individuals, those who have opened businesses and they are being subsidized, leave the whole issue of the United States and China, whatever. No, who are being subsidized by their parents. These businesses never tend to work well because the individual doesn't know the hardships which the entrepreneurs who are starting from zero have to go through. The individual who is being supported doesn't understand the independence. There is a common word which I observed from the millionaire next door. It is known as the economic outpatient. So this is where, for example, an old adult is being supported by his parents. He cannot sustain his lifestyle. For example, your kids can decide to reside in an affluent area, but since they can't support that lifestyle, as a rich parent, you decide to chip in. That is not, you are not making your kids stronger. You are not making your kids independent. You are making them weak. And this is normally disadvantageous when you are gone, when you are died. Things tend to not work okay for these young kids. Not even young kids, but adults in general. There are those individuals who have structured their wealth in that once they are gone, the kids would not have access to this wealth just because they were born in that rich family. And they have come up with the decent trusts which will ensure that for these kids to earn the wealth which they own, which their parents will leave behind, they must show some good characteristics. That is, they should be hard workers and they should not be granted this wealth just because they were born in that rich family. And this is something which I thought I should share because most individuals tend to believe that since they have come from humble backgrounds, since they don't have rich parents, they will not be able to attain the affluent status. But if you observe from the statistics, around above 80% of self-made millionaires are first generation individuals. These are the individuals who started from zero and they have worked hard to their millionaire status. And if you observe them, they are more keen on how they handle their resources as opposed to those individuals, to those millionaires who inherited their millionaire status or were supported in a way to earn that millionaire status. Now, I would like your thoughts in the comment section. Are you glad that you are born from a humble background or you really wanted to inherit the millionaire status? Subscribe, share if you are interested in this kind of content and more especially in the area of investing in stocks. Just subscribe, share. That's how we are going to build this community.